As the former governor of California, my home state, California's been in the headlines. Obviously, there have been these huge protests of President Trump's immigration policies. He threatened to potentially arrest Gavin Newsom if he didn't comply. If you were governor right now of California, how would you be handling the ongoing crisis that the state's facing?
Well, I think the most important thing is when you are in a leadership position like that, is that you are inclusive and that you work together with everybody. And so it means that you have to work together with local government, the state government, and the federal government. They have to work together rather than fighting each other. Fighting each other's agendas and all of that stuff, that doesn't do good to anybody. And so that's number one. Number two, the most important thing is to create immigration reform. Because all of this is happening because we don't have immigration reform. For decades now, this country has needed immigration reform, which means that we recognize the fact there's people in the south of America that want to come north to work, and that we therefore should supply them with enough visas so they can come, because we need those workers. So
this is where I'm going to disagree right here with Arnold, and this isn't the main crux of the video. It happens later on when he actually starts disagreeing with the view. But I agree to an extent. So this is what I'll say. I'll disagree, but I'll also agree. So yes, we do need immigration reform, but that means getting all the illegals out of the country completely, not giving them an amnesty like Ronald Reagan did back in the 80s, or a pathway to citizenship. None of that. Send them back. Then we do immigration reform. And then we do give them the opportunity to apply for those visas to work legally those jobs that are much needed to be worked in the United States. That's the only way that I think would be feasible for us to do that. Now, with the current level of illegal immigrants in the country, I don't necessarily agree or think that that should be the first priority. Already got one of the things down, which obviously that changes by administration, but border was closed, right? So the crossings are at all-time low, and now the deportations have begun, and I don't think Trump's honestly going to be able to get every single illegal immigrant out. But if the Democrats decided to get their heads out of their butt and actually did something positive and deported these people, and then talked about immigration reform, then we could have a conversation. Because I think that that's the only feasible pathway to do it, so that these people can come in legally. But while you have the system that's jammed up with illegal immigrants going through the process, seeing illegal or immigration judges, you can't get any of that stuff processed. It's not possible. So the root cause or the problem, not necessarily the root cause, because the root cause is back in those countries where there is corruption and there's a safety problem. But the problem here in the United States, the illegal immigrants that are here, they need to be sent back first, and then we could further take some other steps, or maybe have a conversation about taking other steps when it comes to illegal immigration.
This is the bottom line, because then we would know who is here. We will be able to get rid of the criminal elements that are here and all of this stuff, so we wouldn't be in a mess that we're in right now. So this is my way of saying always, Democrats and Republicans have to come together and solve this issue if they really want to be public servants. If they want to be party servants and be party hacks and be tied to their ideology, then it won't happen. But if you want to make this country better, and if you want to improve this country and improve the situation of people's lives and bring the prices down and all of this, you will go and serve the people of America. This is what it is. If you're a public servant, that's what you're supposed to do.
You know,
so that's what I would do if I'm governor.
Yes. But you were governor already.
I was.
You can't do it again.
I was. I'm not governor anymore.
But you are. But you know, as an immigrant yourself, you are an immigrant.
This is where it starts getting good. Watch what happens now.
A visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing, when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was embraced by the American people like that. I mean, imagine they came over here with the age of 21, with absolutely nothing. And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is because of America.
That's true.
And so you see what he says there, and he'll get to the point eventually of why I'm making this video, but you see how grateful Arnold is of America, just as grateful as I am, because like I've always said, I'm American first and foremost. I wasn't born an American, but I became one by choice. Yet you got these people that say they love their country, they love their culture, they love all this shit, yet they're burning shit down and protesting with the flags from their country saying they're proud to be Mexican, but they don't want to go back. And so that's the crux of the issue. That's the problem. You're proud of a culture, you're proud of a country, you say your countries are better than the United States, but you don't want to live there. Yet you're not grateful to be in America. You hate it here. So I don't understand why stay in a place that you hate. And so I'm for this 100% what Arnold is talking about. This is what an immigrant should be like. Proud to be an American if they want to stay in America. But they also have to be legal. And he'll mention it. We'll get to it.
This is why I'm so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world, and this is the land of opportunity. And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant.
See how he's not saying proud Bulgarian, because I think he's from Bulgaria. I could be wrong about the country, or it might be Hungary. I don't remember exactly where Arnold is from. I know he's from Europe. I think it's one of those Eastern European countries. But see how he says he's a proud American and not a proud Mexican, proud Colombian, proud Guatemalan, and none of that shit. He's a proud American first. And so that's what all immigrants should be. You want to be in America, you should be proud to be American first and foremost. Because this is the land that's giving you the opportunity for you to do all the things that you couldn't do back in your home country.
I was asked to do, on July 4th, a big speech, the keynote speech at Mount Vernon, where George Washington was laid to rest, and where he lived and all that, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, the existence of America. And I will be doing the speech there. They asked me because I'm an immigrant, and there will be 7,000 some people there, and there will be people that will be sworn in and will become citizens that day.
That's great.
So it's really a great celebration. And this is what this is all about, is to celebrate people becoming Americans and coming to America and all that. And so I just think the world of the great kind of history that we have with immigrants in America. But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing, you know. So you got to do things legal. And those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest. And you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house.
There it is. You heard the audible once he said you have to do things legally. They thought that because he hates Trump, because he said he hates Trump, that he was going to be on their side. What these people don't understand is that the people that have done it legally, and this is why a lot of the people that have immigrated legally, or their parents have immigrated legally, or their grandparents, whatever it may be, have a lot of resentment for a lot of illegal immigrants, and a lot of them voted for Trump, is because they know what it takes to actually go through the process. They know how hard it is to actually do the right thing and wait your turn. And those, like me, who waited their time are often the ones that are most proud to be Americans. Those who skipped the line had to wait no time, had to experience no hardships, had to do nothing whatsoever to get inside the country. And so there is no sense of pride in calling yourself an American. Their ties are still back to their country because they skipped the line. They didn't go through the process of waiting 7 to 10 years to first enter the country as a legal resident, then waited an additional 7. It used to be 7, now it's 5 to become a citizen, take the test, and go swear in. So it's often the legal immigrants like myself, like Arnold, and millions of us who take the most pride in being American because we actually had to work for it. It was never given to us. It wasn't given to us. We had to work for it. It's exactly like anything in life. When you work for something, when you spill blood, sweat, and tears into something and you get a result, you get a product, you get whatever it is, something that you created or something a milestone that you've achieved, you feel proud of that accomplishment. When it's just given to you, there is no sense of pride. So why would you care for it?
And I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can to keep things clean and to make my bed.
Look at that. Look at Sonny Hostin touching his arm like, please shut up.
Rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country. So I think the important thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has.
Right.
In education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better place.
Arnold, don't forget, there's 90% of the people who come here are trying to do the right thing.
They're less likely to commit crimes.
And a lot of what's happening.
It doesn't matter if they're trying to do the right thing. It doesn't matter if they're less likely to commit crimes because they already committed a crime coming into the country. They already committed a crime. The moment they stepped through that border without permission, a crime has been committed. And we understand, again, that everybody wants a better life and a better opportunity at life. But the United States simply cannot take everyone around the world because that's basically what it is. If we say it's okay for the Mexicans to come in, the Guatemalans, the Colombians, the whatever, for them to come in because their borders are connected, right? They can come in through Mexico, then and just let them work, let them have it, let them have at it in the country. Then we should also say it's okay for everyone else to do it. And so, as long as you can make it to the United States, you should be allowed in. It's basically the argument that these people make, but they don't understand that. It doesn't work that way. And it just ends up turning the United States into the exact same thing that these people ran away from. So there needs to be some sort of program, some sort of way, not a program, but we need to have some border regulation. We need to have closed borders, not necessarily closed borders, but we need to know who's coming in, and we need to do it at a pace that's sustainable. The insane thing, the crazy thing is that these standards are only applied to America, but America is the only country on the planet that accepts more immigrants than any other country on the planet every year. The most out of any other. Yet these people just want America to have open borders. Just let everybody come in, work under the table, do whatever they want, or if they can make it here now, their problem is citizenship just because they made it through the border. It doesn't work that way. Most of the world isn't in a good condition. And just because we are doesn't mean that we just let anybody in the house. Do you just let all the homeless people in your neighborhood in your house because they're in a worse situation than you are? No, you don't. It's the same concept. But I wanted to show you guys this video because I wanted to highlight this gem of a video from The View because they thought that he was going to be on their side. But he understands him having done it the right way, like millions of us have done it. He appreciates the process and the legality of the process. And so he advocates for people to come in legally. When you come into another country, you're just a guest until you become a citizen. And you have to do it the right way. But that's all I got for this video, guys. I want to know your opinions. I thought it was hilarious. The viewers are constantly getting shitted on, man. Like, they thought that he was going to be on their side, and it totally backfired. You can see Sunny. She was like, oh, my God, please stop talking. Our viewers, this is not what we expected. Our viewers, they're not going to like this. But they wouldn't dare disrespect him anyways because, you know what? They believe he's on their side anyways. They just didn't expect him to say what he said. But that's all I got for this video. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And hit that bell notification. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.